Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Thomas. Welcome to the Fell Road Express and July 2018's issue of Kickstarter Monthly. Just want to start off by saying that things are going great on Kickstarter and with our Kickstarter Games of the Month. Let's see, Churrascaria's funded, Castle Von Logan's funded, and then Wreck and Ruin has relaunched and funded as well. They did that in June, so excellent. They've got all their unique sculpts. So let's get ready for this month on Kickstarter. A lot of really great games are funding really fast on Kickstarter, and that's definitely the case for our Kickstarter Game of the Month, which I'm going to get to you here in just a second. In fact, it funded like an hour after I chose it as our Game of the Month. It went from like 30% funded to like 110% funded. So yeah. But I want to take a few moments to talk about a couple of games that haven't funded yet, but I think they look pretty good and they might be worth your look. So the first one we're going to look at is Era of Kingdoms. Era of Kingdoms is a resource management card game in which the cards go on your player boards. There's a look at everything that will come in the game. You've got your player boards, and the whole objective of this game is to take your cards, put them on your player board, and use the lands and the people and the resources that you get in order to increase the level of your kingdom, take it out of the Dark Ages and into Enlightenment. So this looked like an interesting game because you can lay cards on top of cards. Take, for instance, right here, you need a forest in order to have a lumber camp. And it's things like this that are going to allow you to produce your resources, and it's going to increase the level of your civilization or your kingdom so that you can start drawing from higher level decks of cards and increase the value of your kingdom and hopefully win the game. Now, this next game is, well, I honestly can't show you everything about this game because some of the drawings might be just a little inappropriate. This is definitely along the lines of Cards Against Humanity, and it is Dirty Drawers. Dirty Drawers, not drawers, but drawers. And so you see here at the beginning of the video, parachuting ghost throwing up sharp knives. So they've got funny drawings of this ghost right here throwing up knives and parachuting, and it's up to each individual person to draw their own rendition of the 3 cards that are drawn. So it can get much more vulgar than this, and I won't show you those pictures just in case you would be upset by that or something. But we'll go down to some more drawings. So here you've got a colossal wizard throwing up sharp knives. And so everybody has to draw a picture, and the judge, like in Cards Against Humanity, is going to judge it and see who's got the best one according to the judge card. And this is something different about these judge games, is they've got a judge card. You roll a dice to see which criteria you've got to judge the cards on. So it might be who drew the best, or who drew the funniest, or the most vulgar, or something like that. So I'm hoping this game reaches plenty of stretch goals, because I'm wondering if they have enough cards in the starter deck to really have a great variety of different things. Right now there's 3 different decks that you draw from, and you've got a whole bunch of cards altogether, but in the 3 individual decks, not that many. I think you're going to start to encounter the same cards over again very quickly, even though they might be in different combinations. But it looks like a pretty funny game. It looks like it might be the next Cards Against Humanity or the next, adults-only kind of game. So you never know, but take a look at it and see what you think for yourself. Now on to our Kickstarter Game of the Month. This game caught my eye because, well, there's lots of games where you place pieces on the board and it affects the pieces around it, which might affect the other players. But in this game, the pieces are 3-dimensional. You're actually building a space station, and the game is called Startropolis. Now, as of today that I'm filming it, they've got 6 days left. They actually ran a 3-week campaign when I thought they were running a month-long campaign. So that was my mistake. But you've still got a few days left to go check out this game and see if it's up your alley. Let's take a look at it, because there's a lot of beautiful stuff here to look at. First off, you've got the game board here with an example of the star base that you can start building. And the great thing about this is each individual module acts slightly differently. So you've got your starting module, then you're going to add pieces to it. You've got living quarters, you've got commercial districts, you've got upscale apartments, you've got different types of warehouses and solar panels, and they all do something a little differently. They all come in different colors. You've got your starting asteroid piece right there that's apparently glow in the dark, and you can see all the different supply modules and luxury habitation modules, civic modules. So depending on what these modules might be, you might want to connect more modules to it, or connect, try to keep the opponents from connecting too many modules to yours, because like in the luxury living compartments, the more modules that get attached to it, the less luxurious it becomes. Likewise, other modules, you might want to attach as many things as possible, and the solar panels end it. In other words, nothing can be attached to the solar panels except for one thing, so that keeps one part of the space station from getting larger. Very strategic game. The fact that it's in 3 dimensions, I think, adds, third dimension to the complexity of the game. But I think it's very interesting. You earn income based on the modules that you own, which you'll see through cards. Each module has a little slider that you place on it to let you know what level it is. And I think it's going to be extremely fun. And they've already unlocked several things for their stretch goals, including one of the new modules. I think that's a stadium, a zero gravity stadium or something like that. They've got several more on the way, which one of them has already been revealed to be a salvage module, and you'll get 4 of those if they reach 35,000. I think they're going to, and I think they're going to continue to unlock more things. So of course the person who was able to put their modules together and keep theirs earning more money by the end of the game is going to win. And it looks like it'll be fun for families and still strategic enough for adults as well. So that is Startropolis, our Kickstarter game of the month, along with a couple more Kickstarters you might want to take a look at. I'm Joshua Thomas, and this has been Felroad Express, your Kickstarter Monthly for the July 2018. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.